Where am I?
You're my guest.
What's going on, guys? PJ here, and today we are taking a look at Rey's vision from The Force Awakens and seeing what it tells us about The Last Jedi. So at the beginning of the scene, we hear a child screaming, which is what initially draws Rey down the stairs and towards the box. When she opens the box, she sees Anakin Skywalker's original lightsaber. When she touches it, her vision begins. Now, most fans are in agreement that the reason that her Force vision began is because she touched the lightsaber. And most fans also agree that this is the Force trying to guide Rey in this vision. Now, the first thing we see in this vision is the hallway in Cloud City where Luke fought Darth Vader in Empire. A cool thing I have learned from many media is that they actually shot footage recreating Luke and Darth Vader's fight so that Rey could see it from where she was standing, but that didn't make it into the theatrical cut of the film. But it is supposed to be happening in the background in the novelization of the movie. When we see Rey turn her head into the tunnel and start walking towards something, Alan Dean Foster's novelization of The Force Awakens tells us that Rey saw a boy standing at the end of the hallway. There are a lot of theories out there as to who is standing at the end of the hallway, but I think it is Anakin Skywalker as a boy. If you guys saw my video about the CEO of Disney calling The Last Jedi a great next chapter in the iconic Skywalker family saga, I believe that this confirms Rey as a Skywalker, since the biggest focus of this film will be on Luke training Rey. This also makes sense because when Rey touches Anakin's lightsaber, her entire vision is of things that have occurred in the Skywalker bloodline. Also, Kathleen Kennedy has said that the saga films will always pertain to the Skywalker family saga. After the hallway collapses and Rey falls, we hear Luke scream no from Empire right after he finds out that Darth Vader is his father. Then the vision pans to Luke and R2. R2 is in the vision because he held the key to finding Luke in The Force Awakens, but why is Luke's robotic hand visible without his glove? Going along with the idea of Rey being a Skywalker, I think that since Rey saw that Luke was fighting Vader on Cloud City, where Luke got his hand cut off, as well as Luke's robotic hands not being covered, might indicate that Rey could lose a hand in The Last Jedi if she is indeed Luke's daughter. If you guys think about it, it actually does make a lot of sense because this is the lightsaber both Anakin and Luke were using when they had their hands cut off. Anakin by Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones, and Luke by Darth Vader in Empire. If Rey continues to use his lightsaber in The Last Jedi, then she could very well lose a hand too, and even if she doesn't use Anakin's lightsaber but she is Luke's daughter, she could lose a hand because it seems to be a Skywalker family tradition. Now, where we see Luke and R2 here, and there are a lot of flames around them, which is where Luke was training his next generation of Jedi. We know from Han that Ben Solo turned into Kylo Ren and killed all of Luke's next generation Jedi. The flames are a result of Kylo Ren destroying all of the buildings and the Jedi here, which just leaves Luke, the last Jedi, alone. During this part of the vision, we also hear Yoda say, "It's energy, surrounds us and binds us." Now, if you guys have seen my videos about Yoda returning, then you guys know that there certainly is a possibility of a Force Ghost Yoda returning in The Last Jedi, and Yoda speaking to Rey here foreshadows this. The next thing we see is Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren, and we see Kylo killing one of his knights, who was about to kill Rey right in front of him. This part of the vision is very interesting because we know that there will be a battle in Episode 8 with Luke and Rey versus Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. When The Force Awakens was released, it was initially thought that the part of Luke and R2 and Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren took place at the same location, but this doesn't seem to be true anymore. This part of the vision, I believe, is from The Last Jedi and takes place where Rey found Luke on the island of Ahch-To. During the scene in the ring, we can hear Alec Guinness's Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, "You will be tempted," and he is saying this as Kylo Ren impales one of his knights. In the novelization, we learn that Rey wants to kill Kylo during their final battle. If you guys saw my video about Obi-Wan potentially returning as a Force Ghost, then this also foreshadows that we will see Obi-Wan with Yoda help train Rey and teach her about the ways of the Force. Both of their lines in this vision are talking about the Force and how it works in the world, so that would make sense. During this part of the vision, when Kylo starts walking towards Rey, we can hear Palpatine saying, "Any Jedi." Which also suggests that Rey will be tempted by the dark side just like Luke and Anakin were. The novelization of The Force Awakens supports that idea. When Kylo Ren was trying to torture her and get into her mind, we are told that Rey was enjoying this because she was able to figure things out he was thinking as well. Surrounding Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren on this scene appears to be a bunch of dead bodies. Since I believe that this is on Arc 2 where Luke has been in exile for the last 6 years, I think this is going to be a teaching point from Luke to Rey in The Last Jedi. One where he explains what happened with Kylo Ren and how he lost his true identity of Ben Solo and became Kylo Ren. What's also important to point out here is that during this scene in the rain is that we can see the Force tree that has been leaked from Episode 8 set photos. In the book Shattered Empire, Luke gets part of this tree, which was part of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and it's possible that he could have planted this here on Arc 2. What's interesting about this set photos is that it isn't at the same place we were at the end of The Force Awakens. These steps lead straight to this tree, and at the end of Episode 7 we see Rey walk up a lot of stairs, none of which lead to this tree. So this means that Luke visits different islands on this planet. What's also possible is that Chewie and R2 could be in this scene as well, since they went with Rey to find Luke. This also adds to the support that this Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren part of her vision happen on Arc 2. After this scene we are tossed to Rey's childhood when she was left on Jakku with Unkar Plutt. She was left on Jakku by her family, and what we know from concept art is called the family ship. As Rey is watching the ship fly away, the novelization tells us that she hears a voice saying, "Stay here, I'll come back for you." During this point she is now on the Starkiller base where she will battle Kylo Ren at the end of The Force Awakens. She whirled, glazed eyes desperately scanning the dark gaps between the slender trees, trying to penetrate the darkness. "Where are you?" She started running toward the voice. "I'll come back, sweetheart, I promise. I'm here, right here. Where are you?" No response. While Rey is hearing this, she is looking for the person behind the voice and she starts running to it. We then hear Obi-Wan say, "Rey," and then Kylo Ren cuts her off and Rey falls back into reality, with the last thing we hear is, "These are your first steps," from Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. These are your first steps. I think this foreshadows that we find out moments later from Maz when she says, "The belonging you seek is not behind you, it is ahead." And I think that this indicates that in Episode 8, Rey will be trained as a Jedi. Whether or not you guys believe that Rey is Luke's daughter, there is no doubt that the Force is calling for their two paths to cross. That about wraps things up for me here in this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.